Hello, you must be Jasmine. My name is Miss Brandon, and I'll be speaking with you today. In terms of confidentiality, I'd like you to know that whatever is said here today is expected to stay between us. Is that okay with you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. I'd like to understand the problems that bring you in today. As a resort, I will ask some questions about what is going on and how you are dealing with it. How about we start off with you telling me what brings you in?
Well, my name is Jasmine, and I'm a 35-year-old mother of one, and I work for a high-end marketing corporation as a marketing strategist. What I do is on my job, I help to create campaigns and other media plans for various retail, restaurant, and hotel businesses. I love my job very much and the creativity that it allows me to have. However, I don't feel like I get the recognition that I deserve. Even though I come up with great ideas and concepts, I've had the same position for years now. I work extremely hard. I get to work early, stay late, help my boss on presentations, but I'm still overlooked. I've been really down about this.
Okay, so people often understand their problem in their own way. I'd like for you to tell me how you would describe your problem.
Well, I would describe my problem as an act of, I would say, discrimination. I say discrimination because I'm the only minority on my unit and one of the only females. There's me and one other Caucasian female. I come from an Islamic background, and every once in a while, I'd like to wear my hijab to work. I don't like to wear it because my coworkers treat me differently when I do wear it.
Okay, how are they treating you differently?
Well, I notice that my coworkers stare at me more often, and they don't talk to me as much as they do the other coworkers.
Okay, when your coworkers react in that way, how does it make you feel?
Bad. It makes me feel bad because it makes me feel like I'm an outsider. I have no one to relate to on my job, and it's sad to me.
Okay, so some people have different ways of describing their problems to their friends, family, and other associates. How would you describe your problem to them?
I like to share things with my mom. I've told her about the men on my job, how they seem xenophobic. They treat me differently when I wear my hijab. They see me as less than them, and it makes me very uncomfortable.
Okay, so what troubles you most about your problem?
What troubles me most is the fact that I don't feel comfortable expressing myself, which is why I don't wear the hijab as much. It also bothers me that I'm treated differently because of my religion. I love my religion, but in this job setting, I'm getting held back because of it. And the fact that I'm a woman, I think that that's holding me back. I'm looked over for promotions all the time. Men that have started working after me with less experience than myself have gotten coordinator and supervisor positions over me.
Okay, so I can see how that would be an issue for you. Why do you think this is happening to you?
This is happening to me because the men see me as inferior because of my gender, my race, and my religion.
Okay, so I heard you mention your mother earlier. What does she think is causing your problem?
Well, my mom says that I'm probably right, but I shouldn't make a big deal out of it because I have a very good job. She says that everyone experiences injustices, not just me. And she says that I should be happy to work for a corporation because a lot of people from my background do not have that opportunity. So, in a way, she thinks that I'm creating more problems for myself by worrying about it so much.
Okay, so do you have any other kinds of support from family, friends, or others?
Well, my friends are very supportive and they understand my frustration.
Okay, I see. Now, I'd like to know if there are any stressors or difficulties in your life that add to your problem.
Well, my husband, My husband doesn't make my situation easier. He adds onto my stress because he doesn't support my decision to work. He wants me to be a stay at home mom while he takes on the financial responsibilities, but I don't want that. I want to fulfill my dream of becoming a senior level marketing director. I just wish he would support me, but I understand where he's coming from. Lots of women in our culture take on more of a submissive role.
So, how do your husband's views affect you?
They cause me more stress. Things would be easier if I had my husband's support.
Okay. So, I'd like to go back to your cultural identity. Are there any aspects of your background that are causing other concerns or difficulties for you?
No, not really. My cultural background and gender seem to have the biggest effects on my job. Like I've mentioned earlier, I feel like it's holding me back from moving up in the company, and my coworkers don't seem to engage with me as much. When I wear the hijab, they become uncomfortable, so I don't wear it as much. I feel like I have to hide aspects of myself in order to appease them, and it's not right. It's uncomfortable.
Okay. So, many individuals self cope with their issues in different ways. I'd like to know what you have done on your own to cope with the problems on your job.
Well, I drink a lot more. I'm embarrassed to say, but before I would only drink on occasion, but now I find myself drinking every other night. I make sure that my husband and my daughter are asleep when I'm doing the drinking, but I do it very discreetly, but I'm still embarrassed about it.
Okay. So, people search for help for many different resources. In the past, what kinds of treatment, help, or advice have you sought for your issue?
Well, I haven't reached out to anyone besides my mom for support. I just want to learn some helpful skills to give me, to help me deal with my job, and I'd like to not feel the need to drink as much.
Okay. Has anything prevented you from getting the help that you need?
I've thought about reaching out to leaders at my mosque for prayer, but I'm too ashamed. I don't want to be judged for having the job that I have and for not being supportive of my husband's wishes. I'm also too ashamed to admit the drinking every other night.
Okay. So, what kinds of help do you think would be most useful to you at this time?
I'd like to learn some positive coping skills and learn how to effectively deal with negative coworkers and discrimination actions on my job.
Okay. Are there any other kinds of help that your family, friends, or other people have suggested would be helpful for you now?
None of my family or friends has suggested anything to me, which is why I decided to come see you on my own. I didn't know what else to do at this point.
Okay. Sometimes doctors and patients misunderstand each other because they come from different backgrounds or have different expectations. Have you been concerned about this? Also, is there anything that we can do to provide you with the care that you need?
Yes, I have been just a little concerned since we do come from different ethnic backgrounds. However, you do seem to be very kind and non judgmental. That helps a lot. You're very understanding, so I think that our clinician patient relationship will be fine.